It's the U.S. government is now acknowledging or asserting, I'm not sure which, that North Korea was largely behind, perhaps with the help of China or perhaps simply routing things through China or with North Korean agents in China, behind the hack of Sony Pictures. Now, there's a lot of writing going on over in the business press about how Sony Pictures, has just been lousy on security for years and years. And they've been hacked many times in the past and haven't really done the appropriate things that they should do, and quack, quack, quack. So there was that conversation. There was another conversation about what was the content of the emails that were being released. Did the head of Sony Pictures actually make jokes about President Obama's race, et cetera? And a lot of us, when those stories were playing in the media, were scratching our heads going, why is this the story, rather than the fact that a foreign government has apparently hacked a major corporation. Now, it's a Japanese-owned corporation, but it's a major corporation doing business here in the United States, has been hacked, and I believe it's Japanese-owned. I don't know to what extent Sony is publicly traded these days, or in which markets or where, but it certainly started out as a Japanese company. But the point is, why is nobody talking about this is basically an act of war against a company, but it's happening inside our country. And George Clooney just came out. This is over in The Guardian. And he said that he had put together a petition, a letter, saying basically, we're pretty horrified. Well, in fact, he said a good portion of the press abdicated its real duty with just a little bit of work. You could have found out that it wasn't just probably North Korea. It was North Korea. It was a serious moment in time that needs to be addressed seriously as opposed to frivolously. And then he went to a bunch of famous actors and people and said, "Do you want to sign this petition?" And he says, all that it is basically saying is we're not going to give in to a ransom. As we watched one group be completely vilified, nobody stood up. Nobody took that stand, Clooney said. Nobody wanted to be the first to sign on. Now, this isn't finger pointing on that. This is just where we are right now, how scared this industry has been made. He said, this is a situation we're going to have to come to terms with a new paradigm and a new way of handling our business, because this could happen to an electric company, a car company, a newsroom. It could happen to anybody. Understand what is going on right now, because the world just changed on your watch and you weren't even paying attention. I mean, it's an issue that is not, in my opinion, is not being discussed in the proper frame, which is the frame that Clooney's talking about. And I think we all have to realize that internet security increasingly is an oxymoron. Nobody's, quote, really safe.